Okay. So, mhm. So today's show, yeah, second thought. So, okay, it's working. So on today's stream, what I plan on doing is to build AI agents. And in like typical fashion, I have no idea how to do that. So I'm going to research that as I'm going along with it. So let's start. The just thing I know about AI agents is that there's MCP involved. And if you don't know what that is, that's like a library that allows AI, artificial intelligence bots, to be able to chat, to be able to interact with the system. But I'll have to build that out too. I want to see if that is also involved with AI agents. Okay, so let me read it for now. AI agents are software systems that use artificial intelligence to achieve specific goals and perform tasks anonymously with minimal human intervention. So software, it's like a reverse MCD from what I can tell. Software that uses AI to do stuff. I wonder if that's easy. Okay, so let's it shows that straight. So when I blame myself for not searching out this before this room. Let me see. I'm able to steal something from you at least. Okay. AI agents are software systems that use AI to pursue goals and complete tasks on behalf of the users. Sure reasoning, planning, memory, and level of autonomy that makes decision to make decisions and then to adapt. Maybe it's my better to search an example rather than to learn this itself. Because from my imagination, what I'm thinking is an AI agent would be so an AI agent is code. An AI agent is code that uses AI to do stuff. Agents can work with other agents to perform complex workflows. See, it sounds like MCP. As this MCP. Or from what I'm thinking, MCP is code that an AI can call to get more context. So, say for example, no, I'd have to, if I want to show an example, I'd have to build it out myself. Well, let me say, for example, priorities. Okay, so say, let's say, for example, now there is the AI itself. Um, okay, so there is the AI itself. That's the LLM you got, the LLM you call. And this AI, say, you cannot get all recent information from the internet. So what you can do is to create a Python function that this AI can call. Let's see, that this AI can call when it needs data from the internet. And this function calls the data and then it comes back. So the AI generates the argument it's going to pass through the function. But from what I'm seeing now, an MCP would be something like a code. I don't know if it's this one. Let's say a piece of code that can run on okay, so this would be the code that is running to do tasks on its own normally. Mm. So now, okay, so that is code that can interact with AI. Mm. So that can interact with AI to do something. Yeah. So code that uses the AI to do something. I'm still not sure how to put that in context. Yeah, so code that uses AI to do something. So, let me check the examples. Okay, I think of any one of these and should. This this doesn't really show much. Agnostic AI agents, multi-agents TS platform, and okay, this looks simple enough. Okay, let's you see, it's not, that means I can say at least it's not related to model context protocols. And in every site that's saying AI agents is either a sponsored post or basically nothing useful, which is so true for most of the internet. Channel. Okay, this looks easy enough to understand. Okay. An AI agent is a system that autonomous autonomously performs tasks by designing workflows with available tools. And AI agents encompass everything. AI agents can encompass a wide range of functions beyond natural language processing, including decision making, problem solving, interacting with external environments, and performing actions. AI agents can solve complex tasks. Uh, so, mm, I have to- so an AI agents solve complex tasks across enterprise applications, including software design, IT automations, code generation, and conversational assistance. They use the advanced natural language processing techniques of large language models to comprehend and respond to user inputs step by step and determine when to call external tools. So that's MCP. This is MCP at least. To solve complex tasks across enterprise applications. Because they use advanced network language to comprehend and respond to user inputs to rest of the net. Okay, so how AI agents work. At the core of AI agents are large language models. For this reason, AI agents are often so as LLMs agents. Oh, traditional LLMs such as IBM Granite models produce their responses based on data used to train them. Okay, so traditional LLMs such as IBM Granite models produce their responses based on data used to train them and are bounded by knowledge and reasoning limitations. In contrast, agentic tools uses tool calling on the backend to obtain up-to-date information and optimize workflows and create subtasks autonomously to achieve certain goals. Okay, so that means it's more similar to this, which is still what I thought MCP, which is still what I know as MCP. But then some articles and other content explain this, where your code interacts with AI instead. That's a decent idea, but it's more difficult to understand it that way. But let me really look at it. Okay, so this AI agents, in this process, the autonomous agents learns to adapt to users' expectations over time. Agents' ability to store past interactions in memory and plan future actions encourages personalized experiences and comprehensive responses. This tool can be achieved without human intervention. This tool calling can be achieved without human intervention and broadens the possibilities of real-world applications for these AI systems. These three stages or agentic components define how AI agents operate. It's so goal initialization and planning, reasoning with available tools, learning and reflection. Okay, so agentic versus non-agentic chatbots. Also, that means if AI agents are chatbots, then that means they are just chatbots that uses MCP to operate. Mm. That makes a lot more sense actually. Let's see. AI chatbots use conversational AI techniques such as natural language processing to understand user questions and automate responses to them. These chatbots are a modality, whereas agency is a technological framework. Non-agentic AI chatbots are ones without available tools, memory or reasoning, and they can only reach short-term goals. and cannot plan ahead. As we know them, non-agentic chatbots require continuous user inputs to respond. Yeah, I still don't understand what that means really. Okay, let me look at this example actually. With this type of agent, which is 8 p.m., then the heating is activated. For instance, thermostat done on the heating system at a set time every night. We can do this without an AI agent though. You know, model-based reflex excellent agents, model-based model-based reflex agents, model-based reflex agents. Model. Yeah, my system is really using it actually. Getting somewhat dark as well too. So I don't know. A robot vacuum cleaner. As it cleans the dirty room, it senses obstacles such as this, and the robot also stores a model of areas that have already been cleaned not to get stuck in the loop of repeated cleaning. Model-based reflex agents use both their current perception and memory to maintain an internal model of the world. As agents continue to receive new information, models updated uh, for instance, these agents actually we can say information to code-based agents. So I can only just verify, just summarize, conclude that this building an AI agent is basically just setting up an MCP server that an LLM can call to respond to user inputs. Okay. So the user calls an AI agent. The AI calls the code in the backend to get data to send back to the front end. The AI sends the data to the front end. That is for the person calling it. That's the user. Okay. This seems very easy enough to understand. And that means an AI agent is not this. At least in most articles, that's what they aren't. They are this. Okay. That seems easy enough to understand. That is understandable actually. So, and that means at least we can do. I think at least we can start. It's better to start. And this, um, This will be running on YouTube too. Um, let's start with this. Getting dark. Okay, so what I'm building is a server. This Following this tutorial for the server, this is what we want to build. This is what I want to build is the MCP server. What is a client? This tutorial will learn how to build an LLM powered chatbot client that connects to MCP servers. It helps to have gone through this server quick starter guys. You could read the basics of building your first server. So yes, this we're using Cloud Desktop for this. Okay, so I'll build this server first, and after the server, I'll go to Cloud Desktop to set up the environment there. That makes for easy progression. Okay, so to get started, we want server to use Cloud for desktop and other clients in this tutorial. Get started building your own server to use Cloud in for to use in Cloud for desktop and other clients. In this tutorial, we'll see where the server connects to the host Cloud desktop, and we'll start with basic setup for the progress to more complex use cases. What's building? Okay, so we just built two functions. Like I said earlier, these are the two functions that this LLM client would call to get information from the internet. That's just this to get that and that. So let's compare it to internet. This is true. So the core concepts of MCP servers are okay, so to really think about it, the core concepts of MCP servers are to what? MCP servers can provide three main types of capabilities: resource fetching, tools, and prompts. This tutorial is focusing on tools, functions that can be called by the LLMs, with user approval. Okay. Written templates that help the user accomplish specific tasks. Okay, so I'm selecting Python following the tutorial. Makes sense. I have to keep it side by side or just showing the codes I should. Statement. Okay. So, I don't know if I should show both at the same time. I don't know if I can show both at the same time. You know, it's already getting worse, but we still have to. Let me switch to the go side. Get some good writing. Okay, so starting with the very first step would be to set up a virtual environment and install libraries that we're going to use. And this one, I'm very visible actually. So there may not be need for me to have the camera on, but either. To show us about. Containers. Still start. Okay, so that's the first part of that's the initialization part of the MCP server. Get this going. So I'm liberating the server now. The first MCP class uses Python tag beans and docstring to automatically generate tools definitions, making it easy to create and maintain MCP tools. So helper functions Next, let's add our helper functions for querying and formatting the data from the National Weather Service API. Okay, so just this and that. Then we go. Okay. Okay. Here's one. Here. Yeah, what you find about this? I'm running the microphone I'm using is on the MacBook keyboard. My keyboard. My keyboard is also where I'm typing into. So I'm just kind of worried that the sound from my typing is going to spike on the microphone. Going to make it a bit more comfortable to hear. And then again, I'm a bit more comfortable to hear. So yeah, I'm almost completely dark now. Yeah, you guys saw one day. Yeah, so uh, doing something. Okay. Yeah, just copy and paste from there. I kind of already know how this works. So, that's it. This here. now back to the original. So implementing tool execution. So these are helper functions that the tool execution function is called. It just makes a lot more sense. Tool execution handler is responsible for actually executing the logic of each tool. Let's add it. Then after that, test the server with Cloud Desktop after running it. Okay. Using UV, I'm using virtual and everything is to be able to translate out much. So let me count it.